Thanks again for sponsoring this video. There's one thing that makes a steak perfect, and that would be a nice crust. Without it, the steak is just boring. And even though I've done hundreds of experiments, today I'm going to show you one that came out on top. Because everything started off with this thinly sliced pepperoni. You gotta get the super thin one. And the first thing I wanted to do was create chips out of this. So my thought was, let's go ahead and deep fry it. And as soon as I did, oh boy, things went completely south and that did not work. The next thing to do was to cook it nice and slow. So I laid some down on a cooling rack and immediately threw it in my oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It took about 10 minutes and this came out. I think I got lucky on this one because I took it to the right point, right before it's getting burned. And the results were incredible. And I knew it was gonna work perfectly as a steak crust, but not with these because they are way too thin. So I went ahead and grabbed some thick ones, chopped that up a little bit, and I'm gonna be using this to attach to the steak towards the end. That's coming up real shortly because I also wanted to try something else. So I went ahead and grabbed 2 frozen filet mignons. I needed them to be slightly frozen for a reason, and that is because I wanted to shave them super fine, almost like the pepperoni previously. Once that was done, take a look. This is what I was left with, paper thin. Then I went ahead and deep fried all of them. This worked a lot better than the pepperoni, as in the end I was left with this, steak chips. And surprisingly enough, just like the pepperoni, they break very easily. So now I had to go ahead and attach them to steaks. And for today's experiment, I'm going to be using these 3 beautiful New York strip. They are choice grade, 1.5 inches thick, and they're going to work great for this experiment. For the seasoning, I kept it real simple. A good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Once that was done, I needed to create a batter so that everything was thick. So into a bowl I threw in some eggs, followed by cornstarch, all-purpose flour, salt, pepper, and finish it off with sparkling water. Then I whisked that up real good until I had this consistency. For some color and flavor, I went ahead and added some paprika. Whisked that up real good, then I added some Worcestershire sauce for additional flavor. And there we have it. My batter is now ready. So the way this is gonna work is first I'm gonna be cooking the steaks. Once that's done, I'll be attaching each crust to the steak and finish it off by deep frying the whole thing. And I have a feeling this is gonna turn out superb. But just in case it's not, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And this one, I can guarantee everyone will love it. Surprisingly, to make it, it's much easier than you think. And here's how I did it. First, I got some lean ground beef. Threw that into a bowl, followed by some onions, garlic powder, black pepper, and salt. Then I mixed that up real good until everything was combined. And the key here was almost to start making a burger patty. But I needed an indentation in the middle because I wanted to add some cheese. And for that, I'm going to be using this Brazilian style cheese. It's very similar to cream cheese. We call it catupiry. It's extremely creamy. Then I closed the bowl up, and as you can see, I made sure to make plenty. As the next step was to run to the 3 breading process. First the flour, then the egg wash, followed by some breadcrumbs. You want to deep fry this nice and slow at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. In the end, they were nicely golden brown and fully cooked. However, they still needed a dipping sauce. For that, into a bowl I threw in some mayo, followed by ketchup, mustard, some onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, cashmere pepper, and salt. Whisk that up real good, and my sauce is done. It's that simple. The only thing left to do was to go ahead and plate them. Because once that was done, I finished it up with a tiny bit of parsley. And that is today's side dish. I know this is going to be phenomenal. And I think they're going to pair up perfectly with the steaks. Talking about that, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them and finish them off. First, I'll be putting a nice wonderful sear. As you know, towards the end, we're going to be putting each individual crust on them. So now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to cook some beautiful steaks. So let's do it. But before moving forward, today is Amazon Prime Day, and my favorite protein powder Orgain has some deals that you're gonna love. You want gains? You need protein, my friends. And sometimes we just can't eat steaks all day. And this one right here, the Orgain Organic Protein, is my favorite. This is seriously one of the best tasting protein available in the market. By having my protein powder early in the morning, it always helps me reach my protein goals for the day. I'll have an easy protein shake in the morning, or with my coffee, or my absolute favorite, some Greek yogurt, 2 scoops of the Orgain protein powder, mix it well, finish it up with blueberries and hot honey, and there you go. Oh, it's so delicious. And these 2 scoops are gonna fill me up with 21 grams of plant-based protein per serving. Plus 6 grams of fiber and probiotics. It tastes amazing, and it's real nutrition that can make a huge impact in your life. So don't wait and shop Orgain for up to 40% off on Amazon Prime Day today. Thanks Orgain for sponsoring this video. Now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful steak with an incredible side dishes. What do you guys think?
Damn, that looks good.
So this is the side dish officially, but I couldn't help myself because this is pepperoni.
Okay.
Okay.
Just eat it. Eat. Grab one.
This is the unofficial side dish.
Yeah, unofficial. Just eat it and give me your opinion. Tell me.
Okay.
Just go for it.
Oh, it's so crispy.
I could eat that whole thing.
That's addicting, everybody. This thing is so addicting. It's not burnt. Is it burnt?
It looks burnt.
Yeah, but
it
does
doesn't taste burnt.
No, it does not.
It's like an Oreo. You can't just have one.
Exactly where I was going. This is so addicting, everybody. I highly recommend you giving this a go. It's so delicious because it's so thin.
You made a meat chip.
It is very good. Okay.
I literally could eat more.
All right, enough about the chips. So we got a few experiments going on. As you can tell, we have different crust on these steaks. I want your honest opinion. Let's begin right here. Begin, gentlemen.
This looks wild, Guru. One of the wildest videos I've ever seen.
Oh, wait until you find out what actually is. In a very good way, by the way. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
What a shock. That's the control.
That control steak is perfectly cooked. It's got everything you want in a steak.
Let's try the second one.
What is going
Does it look
on,
weird?
bro? This is a nice thick piece, Google. Come on, enough talking, bro. Let's try this thing.
I like where you're going. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh.
That's a crust, boy.
Oh.
Oh.
It feels like cornflakes made out of steak. What's going on here?
That's a good description, Leo.
That crust, whatever it is, adds a crunch. And it goes awesome with the steak.
It goes so well. I wonder why, everybody, because believe me when I tell you this, that's a steak seasoned with a steak.
For real?
That's a steak crust. To be specific, a filet mignon.
No wonder it's so good.
It's so good.
Just like the pepperoni chips, the crust of this steak is ultra crispy, yet it's not too burnt tasting at all. It adds a wonderful flavor to the steak. I mean, the steak by itself is incredible.
That is phenomenal. So here's the deal with this side dish. I got some Brazilian balls for you guys to try. So give me your honest opinion on this one here, especially give it a nice bite to the balls because you want to go deep inside. Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Whoa.
What is inside?
I told you, you got some Brazilian surprise.
What is that? Is that cheese?
Yeah, Brazilian catupiry.
I've never heard of that in my life.
This is delicious. The cheese on the inside is like gooey. It's almost like a liquid almost.
It's the perfect pairing with this dish because it melted beautifully. It's super gooey, runny, cheesy, creamy, all those amazing things that you want out of, if you're gonna stuff cheese in something, that's exactly what you want.
So, give it a try, phenomenal. But now, I'm very excited for the last steak. You guys ready? All right, let's dig in. Let's go for the last steak. I wanna know. All right, enough talking, let's give this a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
It's not as crispy as the other one,
no, the other one is more crunchy.
but the flavor of this one is a little bit nicer, I think. Is that bacon or pepperoni?
Pepperoni.
Yeah, yeah. You can really feel the pepperoni flavor on this one, and in combination with the steak, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The pepperoni flavor matches pretty damn good with the steak. I wasn't expecting pepperoni on a steak. It's pretty good.
It is phenomenal, everybody. It matches perfectly. Which one do you guys like better if you have to vote as a winner? Because I highly recommend you trying both.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm going pepperoni just cause I like that added flavor.
Pepperoni is so
what I
good.
mean?
Yeah. I agree. I think you.
I think I'm gonna go with the steak, the filet mignon.
Oh, really?
It's just so fun to eat with all that crunchiness. I mean, I like that a lot.
I recommend you guys giving it a try to both because they are phenomenal. You're not going to be missing out whatsoever. Don't be afraid to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, you're going for it again.